Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Be alert, be alert. They found one.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Foles. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Protein spell.
Check three.
Two.
Now the first carry here for Philip Lindsay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
50.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Yo, cheetah. Ready?
They'll run. It's Lindsay.
Check.
Telvin Smith, he was 3rd in the AFC in tackling a year ago, there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
General West.
Here's a give to Lindsay running right. Ooh, the juke. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. He still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Block working out of the gun. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They look to throw. It's Locke. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run with Lindsay. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Foles. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
On the set.
Check, check. I'm coming. I'm coming.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Finds his rookie first rounder. It's Noah Fant. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Down. 70, Indy.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. On second down now. It's Lindsey trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that will be incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Now Foles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
47. Check, check, 47. You.
From the 41, Foles. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's it. Big hit.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off the bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to weigh in against your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lindsey. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And taken right at the 35. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Motion, motion, motion. 4-7 to Mike.
They'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And the pressure gets to him again. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's how we do it.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
That's it, baby. We go first.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
I'm coming back.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
All day, baby, all day.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you.
Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 82 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
60 or.
On 2nd and 7. Lock under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll be out right at the 35. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
On 1st down, Lock. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Left side here to Sanders. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. The 6th season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall, Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his 4th in his first 5 years in a Bronco uniform. And now at 32 years of age as he tries to return to full speed. Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop. Ready.
Lock now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Locke, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop? Blitz coming, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Watch 38. Watch 38. I got trick this side. I got trick this side.
Tiger.
We got three.
Hey, Charlie.
They're going to look to throw. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of nice plays for Jacksonville. Another first down there.
You better be afraid of me. Hayden's goal.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, Montgomery. And he's got this down to the 35.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On play action, they'll throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lock.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Alpha.
47's the mic.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, check.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They're finding Keelan Cole. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the double. Protein spill.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Snap.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 5.
Block going to try and throw on third down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll actually throw it with Locke. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Jeff Hireman, 31 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
The
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
And that